Good morning, everyone. We are the Hope Comfort Dogs, Comfort Crisis Dogs. We're delighted to be here. We want to sincerely thank you for your wonderful donation to our group. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Terry. This is my dog, Sweetie. We also have today Kathy with her dog, Anella. We have Julie with her dog, Deke, and then Janelle with her dog, Gossamer. We are members of Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response. That is a national group. We are available 24/7, and our mission is to provide comfort and assistance to people that can be people or first responders who are affected by crises or disasters. We go through some very, very intense training. First of all, these are all registered pet therapy dogs. And that's just regular pet therapy where we go visit people in hospitals, in schools, libraries, nursing homes, sometimes universities and colleges. Then we take it to the next level and go for crisis response. That is very intense training. We go to, first of all, be screened. We have to pass a screening, both the handler and the dog, to see if we would be acceptable for this next level of pet therapy. If you pass that screening, then you go on to a very intense 3-day training workshop. And during that workshop, there are talks about mental health, pet first aid, human first aid. The dogs are exposed to a lot of sights and sounds. They go to a fire station where they stand right up close to a firefighter in full battle array so that they can smell and be comfortable with all the equipment that a firefighter might be wearing. They also go to airports and they watch us be screened and wanded. They too will be screened. I should mention that when they're at the fire station doing that part of training, that the firefighters will set off their alarm in increments, softly at first, and then as loud as it will possibly go. And all of this is just to sensitize the dogs, let them experience things that they could encounter when they're doing this crisis response. Here in the Midwest, most of our experiences have been with tornadoes and with flooding. Most recently in the summer, there was a very bad tornado in the Woodridge, Darien, Naperville area. And when that happens, then there are agencies that reach out to help families. Agencies like Lutheran Family Services, Catholic Charities, many different insurance companies, and they are all set up in one large location where families go. They can get the help and the information that they need, and then we bring our dogs there to provide comfort to the families and quite frequently the children that have been affected by this. Another example, unfortunately sometimes there are tragedies in our schools. We have visited schools where there have been some deaths by suicide. We bring the dogs in to comfort not only the students, but the teachers and the staff as well. Another example, this summer when the condominium collapsed in Florida, many of our dogs went and comforted not just the people that were affected within the condominium, but also those first responders that just go through a terrible time. So we are, available 24/7. We sincerely appreciate your kind donation that is going to make such a difference. And it's interesting to note, I talked about this training. We are going to have a training coming up later on this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And Julie will be training her third Hope dog. She'll be bringing along Makita. Deke is a seasoned pro, but Makita will go through this intense 3-day workshop. And then we like to call them hopefuls. Next year, Kathy and Janelle will bring their newcomer other dogs to be trained as a second dog in Hope Crisis Work. So I think that's mostly all that I have to say. We'll be around in case anybody might have questions, and we have a couple of the dogs' calling cards. They're like baseball cards with the dogs' photos and information on the back. And then also we have a banner telling about our work and a trifold with actual photos of what the dogs have done through the years. So again, thank you for having us, and thank you so much for your donation. We certainly do appreciate it. Thank you.